actually do start hurting families. I mean, they've hurt my family. Like my aunt, I have suspicions about her being pulled into the program. My mom, I have suspicions about her. My dad, I'm 100% sure on. So it's very dangerous stuff. The reason why target individuals are speaking out, because they're being murdered. I'm being murdered right now. This is not some kind of funny little harassment anymore. The guy is really, he's using remote neural monitoring, which is an electromagnetic frequency, basically to parts of my brain, which are carried, like Lilly waves and stuff are carried on it, and they can actually affect your somatic nervous system, your sympathetic nervous system. I think that's what I'm talking about. They can make blood flow from the top of your head or flow to the top of your head. They can affect bowel movements and urination. They can affect things like that because they're hitting parts of your brain that control that in your body. They can control hormone levels. They can affect hormone levels. A lot of women that I see talking about this, I'll see them in some, I mean, they have body changes because the hormones are controlled by the brain. So this is very dangerous. It has to be out in the public. It is so dangerous. So, and I did bring up, I know I'm not trying to pick on you, Omni-Eros. I know he's got a new channel, Omni-Eros. I do like him. He's at first I hated him because he was against target individuals. He took some of our some people who've been very sensitized by this. They've been sensitized. They've been affected by the remote neural monitoring. I don't want to insult those target individuals, but sometimes we get it wrong. Sometimes I get it wrong, about what's going on around me because they're hurting me so badly. But I do want to point him out because he's an intelligent person who really doesn't believe in it, and he's going against it. And so I really want to speak to those people. I want to speak to people who don't know about it. I want to speak to target individuals. I don't want to really have a strategy. I just want to be kind of a town crier about this. I understand my own nature, how I'm not that smart. I'm smart in certain ways, and I can talk about this halfway intelligently, and I know that's needed. I know we need that. We can't just be going up to random people and just accusing them of murder. But there is murder going on here. There is murder going on here. A lot of these people who would even harass, if they are harassing us, and there are harassers, I'm just saying, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. They think they're fighting terrorism. They think they're, following a person of interest. They think they're doing this for the good system, but our system is corrupt and unaccountable. Earlier I said, I think that the New World Order is here. I don't think that it's coming along. I don't think we're fighting against it. I think that the people as a part of this system who are pushing agendas have enough power now and enough understanding of humans where they're not going to come out and declare a new world order. They're just going to do it. They're just going to make the system work to where it's kind of a new world order, where it's a new American order. This is a new American order that we have, where people can be murdered and we're called crazy and put into mental institutions because the technology is advanced. They brought this out into our society and given it to people at a community level to hit people with electromagnetic frequencies that people don't understand. They don't understand how powerful this stuff is, how it hurts somebody, how it can be used for mind manipulation, of your visual cortex, your audio cortex. They don't get it. They don't understand. So that's a new order right there. And I'm kind of reminded of Magneto in the second X-Men, where he says people don't talk about committing genocide, they just do it. When somebody wants to do something bad, they don't talk about it a lot. They just do it. And that's what's happening in our society right now. We're not going to get a big announcement. Everything's different now, and there's this new leader out, and now we're going to have this kind of system. They know that people don't work like that. If that happened, there would be so many people who just said, okay, well, no, we're not doing that. And there'd be the majority of the population that rose up against it. So what they're doing is they're just doing it under the surface. They're doing all this stuff under the surface. They're even putting some of the conspiracy theories out, like, oh, the New World Order's on the way, because it's already here. Like, it's already here. We're not waiting on it. It's here. They know us. They know that if they announce something like that, all this stuff has changed and we're part of a world community. We're already part of a world community in any way that matters. We're part of a world community in financial ways, in socioeconomic, just societal, the way that we're all interconnected, exporting, importing, cultural. We're already part of a world community. It's happened, and they're trying to make us think that we still have our autonomy as Americans, that we still have our freedom, because they don't want us rising up and saying, hey, we've lost our freedom. So when they do stuff like this, the directed energy weapon program, they're doing it underneath the surface with no accountability. You've got to, please, people who do not believe this, listen to me, listen to target individuals that are intelligent about this. There are many out there. And there are many target individuals who they've been hurt so bad and they're being messed with, and they really get sensitized and thrown off, and so that part of the program is working on them. But I want to give a cry out to every human being that wants good in this world. I think that's what I'm going to have to change these videos to, because my family, like, they're in a desperate situation. My mom and dad don't even realize what's been done to them. Like I do, and it hurts me as a son, because all I wanted was to take care of my family when they got older, so they could retire and I could have a career and just take care of them like they took care of me. I want to work for a charity. I want to work for St. Jude. This guy who's doing this to me knows that. He knows those things, and he still hurts my family. He still hurts me. So this is important. Like, I just want to speak to everyone who wants good in the world, who wants freedom and justice. Everyone. TIs, non-TIs, people who are fighting against, people believing that people are being targeted, and may be good. They may really not think it exists and think that it's dangerous for people to believe in it. I get that. I want to talk to you too, though, and say this is important. It's important that you study this, that you study people who are talking about it intelligently. This stuff is going on. And just think about wireless signals, how easy it is to get all these wireless signals flying around. And they have methods now of we put out a frequency. When we think, our brains put out an electromagnetic frequency. So how easy would it be to kind of zone in on that biofrequency, or have a chip that's close to the brain that can put out a signal, and do some of this stuff. I really want everybody who believes in freedom to know that we are in bad times already. We're not waiting on that. It's not like I find myself doing that sometimes. I'm like, this is going to get really bad. This is really bad. This is really bad. And when people do really bad stuff, they cover it up. They cover it up so that the population doesn't rise up against it. We're not going to hear about any kind of evil system. It's just going to be done under the surface to us. It's going to be done under the surface to us. They've done enough experimenting in the world right now where they understand that if it's right out in the open, good human beings are the majority, and we're going to fight it. They understand that. That's why you got to look at this directed energy weapon and the program. You really got to look at it and say, like, if they did this, would it just be out there? Would everybody know about it? Would everybody accept it? Of course not. Of course not. They're trying to make the people that it's happening to look crazy, so the regular people who it's not happening to don't react, don't act, and do something against it and stop it. And it really is, guys. Like, I'm not trying to be selfish here. I do want to tell y'all, like, I'm not going to commit suicide or anything, but this is bad. Like, I'm not enjoying the world right now. Like, I'm not like, oh, yeah, well, this is all going to be over and I'll live a good life. I don't know how this is going to go. This stuff is so dangerous that, I'm like, I don't really want to be in the world anymore. And it's not like I'm going to commit suicide. I want to say that on the record. I'm not going to commit suicide. But sometimes I'm like, these people are just sitting there all day surveilling me, doing the V2K, torturing my body when I'm just sitting there playing a video game. I don't know if there's that bad of people in the world. I don't know if I want to be here. If I'm going to have to be dealing with these people my whole life, I don't think I want to do that. But I'm not going to commit suicide. I can't do that. But it gets that bad. Like, it gets that bad where it's not a mental illness. This is being tortured all the time, and people thinking it's a job, because our society is like failed in a lot of ways. It's failed, and it's failed these people who are doing it because they're so crazy or freaked out or just sociopathic that they want to, they consider it a job to rip somebody apart, to torture them, and they think it's in the name of science. They're spitting in the face of science. This is dumb science. This is, this is on the, I don't know, it's just, this is a really dumb thing that is not learning anything. And it really is happening. So I want to put that out there. Please, everyone who wants freedom or justice, especially TIs, speak out. If you are intelligent, don't keep it in. We need more people speaking out. And, we're going in a great direction. On YouTube, so many more TIs are speaking